What's good, guys? It is currently Saturday, November 15th, around 10:55 a.m. I'm going to be doing I'm going to be going over every single trade you could have taken this week, every single trade that I took this week. I think this week was pretty eventful. I'm not going to lie. All right. So basically, for me personally, I didn't really need to take any trades with size this week because I already have such a big buffer on my alpha accounts that there is no point in me trying to take trades with size because there is a max payout on those accounts, right? So I have such a big buffer, so I only need winning days and consistency. So that's what I was going for this week. This week I got 3 winning days, and I still need to get my consistency. So that's what I've been doing this week. I will show you guys the trades that I took, as well as all of the opportunity in the market this week and trades that you could have taken and trades that I also looked at and avoided. So starting off Monday, keep in mind Tuesday was a bank holiday, so I wasn't even looking at Tuesday. I'm not going to go over it. Um, so yeah. But keep in mind also, when I say I got 3 winning days, when I go for a winning day, I'm not really trading. I'm not like looking for a beautiful setup to catch a winning day. I'm just kind of going for a winning day. So on Monday, so Monday opened up, we ripped higher. I didn't take anything on Monday because there was no draws. There were no draw on liquidity here. There was no draw on liquidity here. Um, and yeah, I think on this day, like I went for a winning day and I lost, but like it wasn't a real trade, if you know what I'm saying. Like I don't really go for good trades for winning days. But anyways, no real trades here, just a failed winning day. And then let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday was the bank holiday, like I said. Um, so no trades were taken there. I'm not going to go over the trades that I took, by the way, to catch winning days because they're not like real trades. But I did take one real trade with like not like winning day size, but like pretty low size, but like not really low size. All right, anyways, Tuesday was a bank holiday. No trades Tuesday. You can see just chop, 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 chop. And then let's get to Wednesday. Come on, let's get to Wednesday. Okay. All right. So Wednesday, off of open, we just absolutely dump. Okay. And we start to dump an insane amount, 200 points. Okay. So we expand 200 points lower. And then we get this very small retracement. I honestly I don't really consider this a valid if the drawn liquidity was here or sorry like right here, let's just say imagine there was a low here, then a trade like this could have been valid potentially. I don't even know, dude. Nah, not even, dude. This is in my opinion not a good trade. Basically the draw was, let's see, you're taking it here, the draw was around 100 points away, so right, you can see it's not that close. And you can see the retracement wasn't that big, especially after we dumped 200 points. You would want to see like this. Like you'd want to see a bigger retracement like this because after getting such an expansion lower, we're not just going to get a tiny little retrace and then continue flushing all the way down. We're probably going to want to get a bigger retracement, fill more of this price range gaps or whatever, and then start heading lower again. Um, and then also another reason for not taking this was simply because if you took it here, you are taking it at the bottom of the range, meaning that you have no like real structure on this trade. You're taking it at the bottom and you can easily just get retraced on. So that's exactly what happened. If you took this, you just got retraced on. And that's why I don't really like taking trades at the top or bottom of the range unless everything else makes so much sense to the point where I will do that because in this case, it doesn't really make sense to do that because we're so overexpanded that a little retrace and then bottom blasting is just so risky to me. So this is not a good trade in my opinion, not an A plus trade. I would never take this. And then we get a bigger retracement, and now I'm like, oh wow, okay, so we got a very big retracement. This is good because we also probably filled the gap, I'm sure. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, if we can invalidate this slow retrace in a couple candles, I'm down to take a trade here. And so I went for a winning day with something like this, targeting. I wasn't targeting these lows because I didn't need to. I just needed the winning day, so I targeted just like these lows. And I didn't even go break even. I just let this play because I don't need to go break even. It's just a winning day trade. So this ended up playing out and made. Yeah, I think this. Yeah. This played out and I made the winning day or whatever. So that was that. I think I made a little bit more than a winning day. I'm pretty sure. I think I made like maybe 4. I forget. So yeah, that was Wednesday. Decent trading day. Um, Again, like if you were to take this close and take it all the way to the lows, the only reason I would say this is kind of risky is just because the risk reward is just it's pretty high. I mean, it's pretty high, and we're pretty far away from the draw. So I don't know if I really want to take something targeting that low. But yeah, that was Wednesday. So now let's go into Thursday. Get rid of this. Okay, so Thursday there was a couple trades you could have taken. So let's see what we had for draws. I think this was this low. No, it wasn't that low. I think it was like this. We had like an untapped gap beneath us or something. And then off of open, there was a trade you could have taken. Basically, off open, we push higher, take out highs here, and then immediately flip. This candle flips lower. So you could have taken shorts off this candle close. It's a pretty discretional trade, but it makes sense. So I missed this personally. It was just too fast. It does make sense though, and I think it's a good trade. So you could have taken that. We keep dumping, we tap the gap, whatever, but we keep flushing. And then we edge this low right here. We get a big retracement, as you can see. Big retracement, and then a flip. But the reason I didn't take this was pretty simple. The flip just simply wasn't that strong, in my opinion. Like if we were to look at the candles, like you literally can just tell, like we have a 3 candle sequence here, 77 points. A 2 candle sequence here, 55, 60 points. They're like the exact same. Like the retrace here and the flip, in my opinion, they look the exact same. So it wasn't strong enough. I would have wanted to see an aggressive flush in 1 candle, maybe closing here, kind of like this, the one that we saw yesterday. Much more aggressive, right? Was it this? Yeah, much more aggressive of a flip compared to the retrace. Much more aggressive, but this is like this isn't as aggressive. So that's that simple. Stayed out of it and avoided a loss, right? Because this is just a losing trade. I can see why you would think it's a good trade. Like I can see some people took this, but and again, the flip for me wasn't strong enough. So I really care personally about like the way that we're moving, like with volume. Like for my entry, I really care about the volume and speed that we're flipping with, and I didn't really like it here. So avoided that. And then we gotta whatever move up and then go back down. I don't really understand that, but yeah, that was Thursday. Now we're going to go into Friday. A good trading day for me. So I think we made like 1,300 on this day. Basically I missed. So basically off of open, we had a couple draws that I was looking for. We were very overexpanded from overnight, and we took out these lows right here. So I wasn't expecting a bearish day. If I'm being honest, I was expecting a retrace. We had an untapped hourly gap right here, and then we had some hourly highs. I mean, these aren't really hourly highs, but like you can tell, like they just like bro, like they look like they're good, and you can tell it's a strong draw liquidity. So that was another draw I had marked, and then we had an untapped 4-hour gap right here again. So off of open, we get a move lower, sweeping out this little low right here, and then a very, very aggressive buy back up. This is the trade that I missed. I should have taken this 100%. I think this is a good trade. No, it doesn't really follow the protocol of retrace and a flip, and you could say this is just a range because it does look like it, and it pretty much is. But if you actually pay attention, you can see the only reason we're first of all ranging here is because it's pre-market. But I only really care about what happens from market open, which we get a move down, very aggressive, but then an even more aggressive move up. Flipping, and I'm really not expecting us to now flip all the way back down again at this point. So taking a long here, targeting this untapped gap is a very, very good trade in my opinion. I just missed it. So we missed that. We kept pushing higher. Next strong liquidity is here. I couldn't really take anything here because we didn't get a really good retrace. Like this, in my opinion, is invalid because the retrace isn't good. But we ended up coming up here. We started to slow down a bit, but then we got a retracement. We put an SMT at these lows. And then we got an aggressive buy back up out of that flip, out of that retrace. So we got an aggressive flip. I took it at the top right here. Kind of a bad entry. I probably could have entered here. But entered here, targeting the highs. Stopped here. Entered like right here. Stops like right around here. You can see it got very close to stopping me out, but then we got an aggressive buyback And then I ended up hitting TP for like 450 per account or something. And I could have even held, but again, I don't need big winning days. I actually don't want them because I need consistency and I just need the winning days. So that was the entire week. I hope you guys found this informational. I definitely went in depth about every single trade you could have taken this week. So I think I did a good job. So other than that, guys, I'm gonna put the link for my free Discord, and if you want to join the mentorship, also it's in the same link. So go ahead and check that out. One of my students just got an $8,100 payout from just the past 2 weeks. So students doing well. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.